Ladies and gentlemen, this is my most relevant example to you of what happens when you vote blue for decades. Let's take a look, shall we?
Yeah, it is, Preston. Here we go again. Amazon first moved into that iconic building back in 2018, but because of the pandemic, we're told that a majority of the nearly 2,000 employees assigned to that specific location have been working from home. Now, that said, those who are still going in, we're told they're going to be put in temporary alternative workspaces. Mixed in with that Friday night foot traffic, security guards patrol the sidewalks of what used to be the old Bon Marché building. Amazon now takes up a few floors, and tonight we know the employees that are reporting to work here won't be doing so anymore, at least for the time being. In the last month, shootings, including one that killed a 15-year-old boy and other crime along 3rd Avenue, has prompted Seattle police to set up one of its mobile precincts. That violence is why the company says it's pulling out. In a statement, Amazon says, quote, "We are hopeful that conditions will improve and that we will be able to bring employees back to this location when it is safe to do so." Tonight, some say things are improving, but remain skeptical.
I would definitely say over the last week and a half, it's felt better with their presence here, but how long can that be consistent for?
Como News also reached out to the mayor's office. We're told, quote, "Mayor Harrell will continue to develop a comprehensive approach to public safety in collaboration with police and safety advocates, community members, service providers, and businesses, including Amazon, to activate, revitalize, and restore downtown for all."
Ladies and gentlemen, that building, remember, I lived not in Seattle, but near Seattle for 20 years. That's an iconic building up there. They have nobody to blame but themselves. Amazon, as of 2 years ago, said we no longer consider Seattle our headquarters. Remember, Amazon was formed in Seattle. Boeing, Microsoft, all these big, giant global companies, and they ruined it. They ruined it by voting blue. So the way this came up, I was talking to my boy Blake, and we're talking, and he was telling me how dangerous it was getting. Just 2-3 weeks ago, I gave him and his wife a firearms lesson, which congratulations on the marriage, on Zoom. Now, Blake's not a firearms guy. So it kind of actually caught me off guard when he said, "Hey, we need a firearms lesson." Just when I got a pistol, when I got his concealed carry, all that stuff, his concealed carry license. So it really kind of surprised me. But this is what happens when you vote leftist. They're like locusts. They destroy cities and move on. Look at Seattle. Amazon's leaving. Hey, if they can find another open water port to where they're comfortable in, they're not coming back to Seattle, would you? You already had talks of Boeing closing down their campus and leaving, and they have a humongous airfield right in Seattle. It's where the second Air Force One goes to get worked on. Even look at Austin, San Francisco, all these shit cities we named, they're all blue cities. New York, LA. They're shit. They're overrun with homeless and all kind of crazy stuff. And you know what the leftists are worried about? Gender identity and climate change. Think about how ridiculous that is. How silly that is. I keep saying we're a nation that's been run by silly people, and they won't stop. They're not going to stop until you vote them out of office and you actually get your city straight. But I think a big part of the problem is so many people don't want to do that. They're cool with it. They just go about their day-to-day lives. They don't know who they're voting for or why. They'll just vote. They have Trump derangement syndrome. They're just in a world of shock. They have no idea what they're doing. No idea. It's really embarrassing to me as an American. Look, right now, we might be going to war with Russia. And all these Antifa guys that are talking all this big shit, I don't see any of them in Ukraine. I don't even see anything them bringing up anything about Ukraine. How silly are we? We have the president of the United States bringing in TikTokers to spread his message. Dude, nobody believes you. We know you're lying. Any person with an ounce of sense knows you're lying. We don't give a fuck what an 18-year-old TikToker has to say. For me, it's like, bitch, you're not even old enough to be my daughter. My daughter's older than you. Sit down, shut up. Nobody cares. I'm sorry, I got really carried away on that one. But it speaks to the state of our country. That's why I keep saying it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I don't want to see it. But it's like every day, these idiots give me another reason for a peaceful divorce. If not peaceful, bloody, I don't care at this point. It's like, just leave me the fuck alone. Stay there. Stay in New York. Stay in Seattle. But yeah, I was talking to my boy Blake, and he was like, no, you guys left at the right time. At the right time. He said crime is horrible. He's going to send me a picture today. He hasn't yet. I wanted to go and get this video out there. But he said it's all become a dump. Even where we lived in a good part of town. Not Seattle. We lived in another part of town called Lakewood. I lived on a private golf course. Next thing you know, we got homeless on the golf course, homeless waiting across the street, sexual offenders, which is why, remember, I told you I wouldn't let Tammy even walk to her car to go to work without me with her, with my pistol on me. Hey, if that's what you want to live in it. Don't bring it here and stay there. I'm just done with it. Anyway, so thank you for watching this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. I don't know what's going on with our country. It's really embarrassing. But like, subscribe, share, and as always, especially in these days and times, keep your powder dry and do what you got to do.